Alright, I want to do a video today featuring this R.L. Allan navy blue Clarendon. I got this a couple of days ago, and I gotta say I'm really happy with it. I've had a chance to read through it some and really familiarize myself with the internals, and I got a couple of things that I'm pretty happy about. If you're familiar with their 5C, which is the Highland goat skin edition of this, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's open it up. This is a really, first of all, really thick piece of leather right here. I mean, I don't know if I can emphasize that enough, but it's really thick. It says goat skin stamped on the inside. It's not sewn, of course, but typical R.L. Allan lining. It is very flexible. It's very soft, unlike most of their mid-grade stuff that I've examined in the past. But this is really nice. Real soft piece of leather there. You have the dark blue paper on the inside. A couple of blank pages, and you open it up to the title page. And you got R.L. Allan and Son Publishers in London and Glasgow. And then you open it, and they didn't have this in my 5C when I owned it prior, and that's the Highland goatskin version of this. This is kind of new, and you can see here that it's printed in the Netherlands by Royal Youngblood. And I still want to say John Blood for some reason, but that's just my southern ignorance coming out. But I gotta say, in this new printing, if that's what this is, that's what it looks like, that the paper quality is greatly improved. That was the one thing I really did not like about the 5C, was the paper quality was really lacking. And while this is still thin, the ghosting issue seems to have been taken care of. The 5C, to me, the ghosting was so bad in it compared to, say, the long primer or the blackface, that I just couldn't stand reading out of it most of the time. If I had a choice, I would choose something else, you know. So I ended up getting rid of it, and I know it's real popular with a lot of people, but I had problems with it, just with the thinness of the paper. So this is a dramatic improvement, and you can see they still have the art gilt edges, and it's still R.L. Allan quality, because, you know, R.L. Allan's top of the line when it comes to Bibles. So here's a shot of the title page of Matthew, and you know the Brevier Clarendon here doesn't have any self-pronouncing in the text, so that makes it immensely more popular than the blackface. But just a really good print. I meant to show you the title page of the New Testament. There you go. That's a blank piece of paper in between. So there's that. This one has no lines, no paper in the back. It does have a concordance, the encyclopedic concordance that we all know and love, if you're familiar with that. And it's a pretty detailed encyclopedic concordance. A lot of information in this thing that you just don't find in a lot of other Bibles. So I'm a fan of it, I have to say. You got the harmony, the life of Christ here. And if you haven't ever looked at something like this, it's pretty cool. You know, it goes through all the Gospels, tells you like the place of where he spoke, and just the chronology basically. And it's real good. And that's just a small example of some of the information that's in this thing. They got old school pictures here. Herod's building. So it's a real treasure trove of information. And once you get past the concordance, of course, you have your Oxford maps, and these are done just exquisitely. They look great on this paper. Of course, Allan, you never really have any complaints with the internals most of the time. Like I said, the only time I ever had a problem with anything of theirs was the 5C. But this one blows it away, in my opinion. And there's the back side. It says Allan binding. Just a real beautiful book. There's another shot of the grain. So if you're a fan of R.L. Allan and you're a fan of the Revere Clarendon, I think that you would like this Bible. I love the color, I gotta say. The only gripe I have is the ribbons. Like, this is the black face, and as you can see, their ribbons are way thicker, and I don't know why they chose to keep them thin on this particular edition, but that's the only thing that I would deduct points for. I mean, the pros far outweigh the cons in this situation. I mean, this paper is just dramatically improved over what it was. So, hopefully, if you end up buying one of these, you know, you'll see what I'm talking about. It really is just a beautiful Bible. And, you know, here it is next to the black face. Of course, the yap isn't going to be as pronounced as on the black face, simply because it's not a Highland goat skin. But I like how it looks. I mean, variety is the spice of life, in my opinion. So if you have all of them like this, you'll get bored. Every once in a while, you want something a little different, and it's not any stiffer, really, than the Highland, in my opinion. I think the liner makes it just a little more stiff, but if anything, that adds to the ease of use in this particular Bible. So I really like this one. I think I've said that probably 10 times, so you get the idea. But as always, I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching. Maranatha.